with the natural motion of the horse. So step number 1. These are just 3 easy things that you can do to improve your seat today. Hey, Olivia, nice to see you. Step number 1, set aside some time to watch good riding in video or in person. So sometimes we don't have the opportunity to watch good riding live every day to get that impression or that intention that we want to bring to our riding. And sometimes what I'll do in the morning with my tea is put on a video of somebody that I really like to watch to give me that inspiration for the day. And even if you're just watching, like we talked about 2 weeks ago, right? We just watched those little 3-minute clips, but so inspiring and kind of getting yourself back on track. And then you have in your mind's eye what you want, and your body is going to follow that intention. So one thing that I think is helpful is to pick a rider that you like how they ride. You like how they get along with their horses, their training methods. When you hear them speak, it is speaking to you, not somebody that does really well at the horse shows, but when you watch them warming up or you watch them in an interview, you don't like their point of view. And there's no judgment, but we want to emulate or use as mentors people that have the same value system that we have. Then your whole self is going to commit to trying to do it a little bit the way they do it. So just because somebody's winning doesn't mean that they ride the way you want to ride. There's many ways out there. And then think about, what is their body type? So if I am watching somebody, one of these German riders, super tall, really long, skinny, long legs, 6 feet tall, this is not going to help me with my picture of how I want my body to operate when I'm riding. I need to find somebody who has my body type, somebody with a little bit shorter legs, a little bit shorter back, and that will help me because my body can emulate that posture. But when you're looking at these guys that are 6 feet, 6'2", and they've got these super, super long legs and this really long upper body that they use, this isn't going to work for me. So think about that too. Pick somebody that has a body type similar, and that when you listen to them talking or you're watching them riding, they have actions and reactions that you would like to emulate. And then when you're watching the video, imagine, what does it feel like? Just let yourself be in that space of riding that horse. What does that feel like when you're watching them? Because when you watch and you're thinking more about the feeling than the look, it might start looking different. Because these guys are riding, these horses have a lot of energy, for instance, right? They make it look really easy. But if you start thinking, woo, what does that feel like? Their legs are going. You don't have to watch Grand Prix. You can watch a level that you are working at. That's fine. Or Grand Prix, whichever makes you happy and is inspiring for you. But a lot of these guys that are really looking good on the horses are super trained. They're moving really through. The rider has a posture that you want to emulate. There's a lot of energy. So it's not going to be like I'm holding myself in this perfect position and that's how I'm going to make that happen, right? I've got to think, wow, how is it that that rider's back is so nice and tall, but this horse is moving its legs like that? Where is the rider taking that energy? And start looking at that. Start looking at their hips. Start looking at their shoulder blades. Start noticing that energy moving through the ankles or their knees. How is it happening? And then what would that feel like? What would that feel like if my body was moving like that? And that's going to help you when you get on. You're going to have this intention in your riding and get out of your head now when I'm saying this, or when you're watching and you're thinking, oh, I could never be like that. I could never do that. That's not the way to improve. You may not, the first time you ride and you've got that vision in your head and that feeling in your body, you may not ride exactly like Isabel Worth. You're absolutely right. It might not happen the first time. But the only way you're even going to get close and make that small improvement is to imagine, what is she feeling? How is she doing that? How is she so relaxed with that energy moving through her body? She's not gripping. She's not gripping. So that's going to make your body not look at that movement and think, oh, that's how she's doing that. No, your body's going to say, wow, oh, what would that feel like to have my shoulders like that? What would that feel like for my legs to feel like that? My hips to feel that swinging of that motion through. Okay. So this is a tactic. This is a tactic that top people use in all sports. Okay. And we can use it to improve our own riding. So it's called a feeling tone. You want to create that feeling tone. What would it feel like to ride that way, to ride that movement? And that, when you can just spend 5 minutes a day watching that and meditating or feeling that through your body, it's going to improve your riding. Your mind is going to start to get trained to let go, to move with the motion of the horse, to not react on every little thing. You're going to start to find that stability down in your center, because that's what you're going to be watching and that's what you're going to be imagining feeling. So, does anybody have any questions about